Self-Awareness, Whose Truth. I am your host, Rose, and this is a part two with my very special guest, two this time. So he's going to introduce himself again. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. My name is Ralph Rivera, and I'm here with my cousin.
I'm Rayvon Morris.
Okay, Rayvon, we're going to start with you again. Give them a little background for people who didn't see part one.
Okay, my name is Ralph. I'm a barber. I'm also the president of WHIP, Work in Progress, and I'm here with my cousin Ray, and we're here to kick it with Rose.
Okay, so could you give them a little background on yourself?
I'm Rayvon Morris from the Bronx, New York. I'm here
Mm-hmm.
with my cousin Ralph, and we're
Okay.
just here talking with Rose, getting enlightening and learning,
Well, we all are learning.
and it's a work in progress.
Thank you. Okay, we ended part one talking about, soul purpose and some different things. So, what do you want to pick up on?
Uh, our cosmic journey, Rose.
Okay.
Everyone has one, and let me read. I started reading this in the first part, but let me read the whole paragraph. By definition, life purpose is that which brings satisfaction at the deepest possible level. More than a goal or set of goals, beyond right livelihood, your life purpose is your right life, an ongoing connection to a personal directive, a call to cosmic duty.
Thank
Boom.
you. Could you say that to the people? Cosmic duty.
Cosmic duty.
Thank you. Okay, so now we want to discuss the state of the world with a lot of negativity and violence. So I want to get your take on it and then your cousin take on it.
Um,
And if you have any question you want to ask me, what I feel, my opinion, let's go with it.
okay. The violence in the world right now is it's reaching a boiling point now. It's like a tea kettle, you
Thank
know.
you.
It's like a tea kettle. This is it's so bad, you know. It's so bad. The other day, a 14-year-old kid lost his life, you know, and it's happening just constantly, you know, constantly. I'm 40 years old, but you know, I have a son who's 20 years old. My cousin's 24, you know, so they're still young, and
Mm-hmm.
there's young people at that age and younger committing these kinds of violence. And you know, I think you know, just the state of employment, the state of the world has a lot to be go on, that youth is perpetuating this kind of violence. You know, and parenting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I agree with you when you say this starts in the home. You know, because don't matter where you live, you can have morals, you know, be right, upright. But yeah, I mean, it, this is why we came out. This is why I want to reach the youth.
The youth.
Yeah, through this organization, this foundation, so that they can see another whole perspective, another angle.
Thank you.
You know, that everything is not, you know, about a gun or about violence, you know, or it shouldn't be anyways.
Hatred
Or
because a lot
hatred,
anger.
anger. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, what is your
I,
take on it?
I think the violence today, with especially the youth, being that I am a part of
Mm-hmm.
the youth, so I kind of see what it is one on one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does start in the home
Mm-hmm.
with the parents,
Mm-hmm.
and not just the home. I think we were programmed this as Black and Spanish people to almost self hatred. I think
Thank you.
is almost our hate towards ourselves that we get, take it out in the community. And being the fact that I lived in a lot of different neighborhoods growing up, I never stayed in one neighborhood, so
Mm-hmm.
I was able to travel. I lived in New Jersey. I lived in Chicago,
Oh, wow.
and a lot of bad neighborhoods with a lot of gangs and different things like that. I moved to Atlanta, so I did some
Oh,
traveling, and I seen
wow.
that a lot of the problems that we have, it's all over the
It's all
United
over.
States in the
Yeah.
same cities, and the violence with the youth is bad because we're killing each other and we have an enemy, as a people. And to make it, we don't need more of an enemy on ourselves, killing each other killing another black person or killing another Spanish person, or you're not living a long life, and it's ridiculous. And the games is all programmed. We're being programmed by the games that we're playing. The Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty. There's little kids and they get online and they just thinking about killing people and shooting things.
You see?
So it's nothing to shoot a gun in a video game. So you could kill somebody in a video game and that's all you're doing all day. You can kill somebody outside.
Thank you. So they're really planting the seed.
Definitely. It's definitely a seed being planted.
And the parents are watering the seed.
Thank you. Well, who you think are buying the games?
The parents. Yeah.
The parents. And they let them watch this stuff constantly.
Yeah.
Over.
They're being indoctrinated. They're indoctrinating themselves.
Thank you. And this is the problem I have with these so-called Stop the Violent organization. Even with the religious organizations, especially the mega churches that got millions, and all of these people that don't come together and boycott these company that produces these games, these celebrity that promote them. They're already rich and they are promoting violent games that influence our young children. And nobody is addressing that issue. Where do it start? Look at the movie. I never saw it. The TV show.
Yes.
Murder and How to Get Away with It.
What
And nobody seemed to think that's a problem. I mean, just think about it. Who came up with that title?
That's awful.
So somebody that's little angry, resentful towards somebody who feeling this malice, I really hate that person. Murder and How to Get Away. Maybe I can kill him and get away with
Exactly.
it. They're planning, word is power, and the Bible told you that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And you put that energy out there. And the whole thing with the media. Empire, I didn't see, but I heard about it. And they got millions of fans. And they don't see nothing wrong with these shows.
A lot of these shows, it's like, it's a lot of the shucking and jiving. Nobody else could do it to us, but we can make fun of ourselves when we get, it has to start with us. We have to stop making those kind of shows, those movies. I never see a lot of those movies, those Tyler Perry. I mean, I got nothing personal talking, but when you like to exploit your own people.
But that's what they all do.
And that's what they all do, yeah. But must we do it, right? Along with them. Why can't we put out another kind of brand of television or media? And especially people like Tyler Perry or Oprah, they have the means. But then, like we've spoken before, there's just the game is so deep and big that it's broader that they're tied up. They really can't. They don't want to lose where they're at.
Thank you.
They just want to stay on top.
Thank you.
Because when you go against the grain, you must be prepared to lose.
To lose something.
You're going to lose something. This is just what it is, Exactly. But, they've made other kind of contracts. Other kind of spiritual contracts with beings.
Thank you.
That don't want to see us up.
Well, demons.
We'll be more specific and call them demons.
Demons.
Yeah.
I feel like even when it comes to the violence, even in the music that we listen to today with these rappers that have these millions of dollars, they're promoting violence, shooting, killing, but they don't even be in the hood.
Thank you.
They're not even in the same hood as the people that are listening to them. And when they do come, they come with security guards.
Thank you.
If they're so gangster and they're so tough, why are they rapping this? And they're not gonna go anywhere without a security guard or their entourage or having 30, 40 people. So these rappers that are rapping about gang banging and all of this stuff, they're lying because of the people that are actually out there gang banging. They're by themselves. They don't got no
Thank
entourage.
you.
They don't got no security guard walking around with them. So they're the ones getting killed. They're the ones who's getting buried. These rappers are living in Hollywood in their mansions, laughing.
You know, you know, just to build on that, you know, they show you the videos, the cars, the jewelry, the woman, but they don't show you the other side to what happens when you're living like that. You know, they're in a studio like we are in cameras, and they glorify this lifestyle that they're not even living.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it, these actors, they can say no. A lot of them are already rich, but they living above their means, so they have to take these jobs to keep a lifestyle that they really don't need.
Exactly.
They're fronting, and even, you know, I keep asking people why all of a sudden they producing all these slave movies. Because black people, some are starting to wake up. They want to keep you in that consciousness, and they use big celebrity because they know they're going to pull the people because I like that actor. But what are they projecting out there? What? They sold, they sold. It's about money and it's about fame, and they don't want to give anything up.
No.
See, Malcolm X came to give his life. When they bombed his house with his wife, his children, he still didn't stop. And like I keep telling people, that was a contract, cosmic duty, what you was talking about. That's why, for me, they did not kill him. He came to die. And I don't know if you ever watched the show used to call Touched by an Angel.
I never watched it, but
That
I
was
heard
a
of it.
good show. You
It
saw
was
some?
back in, I think they used to play it back, Touched by an Angel.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I remember that show.
Those was two good shows with a lot of good message. And in one episode, it was a Chinese lady that the angel told her she had to go back to her country and take a stand. She said to the angel, but if I go back, they will kill me. She said, that's what you came for. She went back and they did kill her.
Exactly.
Because in reality, there is no death. But they got people afraid of death. That's why they can control them. And this is what the whole problem. I'll take your house. I'll take your car. I'll kill you. That's why I like the movie Dark Knight.
Well, yeah.
He
Oh,
said-
that's one of my favorite shows. Yeah, Dark Knight. Yeah,
He
that's-
burnt up all the money, so they know they couldn't control him with money.
I'm
And
just ahead of the curve.
yeah, and he threw up his hand. He said, "Kill me. What else you got?" They was more afraid of him.
That's interesting.
And that was one. You didn't see the movie?
I didn't have the pleasure of seeing that movie.
That's
a movie
another
I
one.
Yeah, that's the
definitely-
best. That's the best Batman, actually.
That
Wow.
because
it's
the
the
message.
jewels, the message. Yeah, that's
I definitely have to check out that movie. The thing about me is that I don't watch too much TV. I try to spend a lot more time reading. I don't watch too much television that they have because I feel like a lot of TV shows are producing negativity and promoting sex, promoting violence and everything like that. And we're living
And
at
materialism.
and materialism.
Everything.
This is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah.
Thank you.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
You know, and with all the natural disasters that happen through God and all the ones that they make
creating.
happen, they create happen. It's just, you know, it's about to come. It's about
it's
to
about
be a time. You know, what I mean,
mean,
it's just.
We live in a time where I guess back in the days, probably my grandparents' days and my parents, where sex used to be natural thing, and now sex is a very dangerous thing. And sex,
You know what? You know what? How about on the music? Where I'm sure you know, Rose. Back in your day, the music it was just so much different. You know, like it was more of an innuendo towards sex. You really had to listen
And it
to
was
music,
about love,
but
not lust.
Not exactly. Now all this music is just about lusting and
Lust, thank you.
they're just so vulgar
Thank you.
about what they want to do
Yeah.
with a woman or a man. You
Yeah.
know, it just sounds, and they permit this. Go back to the FDA and the FDIC, and they permit this. It's
they're
just
helping out the FDA.
Yeah.
They're helping
Yeah.
out all of these diseases that are going around. And
well, you know, it goes back.
It
this
goes
is
back.
It's just this is a it's just so big. It's so grand. You know, it's just so grand scale. This game that they're playing. You know.
I think
But they've been playing this game. It's always been a game.
Yeah, but you know,
That's
we
what
back
the Matrix was saying. This is a Matrix. It just has expanded to such a level that
it's evolved.
more people is more conscious. Something is not right here. That's why I was telling people all of the marching and fighting in the 60s, what did it really solve? It's worse now than it was back then because I felt in the 60s black people was more united than what they are now. Now it's competition. I got to be better than you.
Yeah.
I got to live over here.
Yeah.
You beneath me. I got this. I got that. So we don't have that unity. And I think this is what this whole thing with our people is about. Us coming back to ourselves and uniting as one. Did you ever see the clip on YouTube about the ant world? They had made a movie about it.
No, actually. No.
I'm going to send you the clip. And, you know, the grasshopper was the big bully. Did you see that one?
was it a like a kids movie? Children.
What? Yeah.
Because I know they had a children's movie about ants.
But
That's the
this is for
only-
everybody.
Oh yeah.
Because the message
Mm.
and the grasshopper big and the bully, and he say, y'all gonna gather up food for us and work for us. That's what.
I think I did see it.
And one ant say no, and the grasshopper say, ooh, they getting mad. He said, oh, but that's just one ant. But then all of them came together.
I did see that movie. Yeah, I can't.
Unity.
Unity.
I think it
They
wasn't.
won. Them grasshopper went running.
And-
All of them
But
came
look what they
out.
done to us, Rose. They divided us. They
I-
use religion. They use economics. They use
You got it.
real estate. They all kinds of mediums just to divide
Divide
us
and conquer. And that was the key. That's why I keep telling people we are not separate. We all are connected. I don't care what skin color you in. This is a vessel. This is not even the real self. Because when this dies, the real self leaves.
What's that verse we've been quoting a lot?
Which one?
Your death, your
Your
death is better than your birthday.
Whoa.
And it says that actually in the Word.
And it says that in the Bible.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, and it's true, the more we, because this can't be it.
Thank you.
It's not. This can't be it. Death is not fine. No, that can't be it. You know.
Life
This
was,
is just the beginning.
this
like
is the
this
beginning.
is.
This is the beginning because life was always live. Life is always live on. You can't end this.
You can't
Thank
end
you.
this.
But this society have people in that mindset, death is the end. And they use it to make a lot of money for you to bury somebody that you don't even like. People go to funeral, somebody they ain't talked to in 10 years, and they don't like them. Why are you going to their funeral? I don't understand that.
I just that's interesting you say that. I just went to a funeral. And I seen with funerals that there were people in there telling, you know, when you say something nice about a person, there were people in there telling jokes and laughing. And I'm thinking, this is a funeral. People should be crying. Why? That kind of confused me. That I know you want to remember the person and everything like that, but it didn't feel like people were there to people go to funerals for the wrong reasons. I feel now today, they go to, you know, like you were saying, you haven't seen the person in 10 years. Now you want to show up at the person's funeral.
Well, because that's the programming. And a funeral was not for to cry and all of that. It really wasn't. It's to celebrate them going home.
Yes.
If they live their life, because a lot of people don't live their life. They just existing to the programming. You know, what we talked about earlier. So this whole thing about death and people going, it's the program. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do. But did you care about the person? No. What is your point? But that's the programming. And people go to funerals because people want to fit in. People want people to think they're nice, think they care. Just when my father made his transition, I didn't go. I didn't need to go. I visited my father in the nursing home. We bond. We was healing our relationship. I felt good. And when I got the call that he had made his transition, I was so happy for him. He suffered all his life. And I feel if he wasn't afraid of death, he would have been left. But he was afraid of it. And see, I'm not afraid of death. I had an out-of-body experience, and I had a couple physical close call with death, and there was no fear. So I'm over that. So the system can threaten to kill me, or they coming at me. That don't bother me. You know? And what did the Bible say? What you feel the most comes upon you. And these Christians say that, but they don't believe it. They fear everything.
They fear everything.
And then you go to a church, teach you to fear God and the devil. So where you supposed to go?
Exactly.
When I was growing up, I said, that don't make sense to me. But in the Bible, say, if you believe in me, whom should you fear?
Exactly.
It's a contradiction.
Yeah, I feel like I was raised, my parents had raised me up as a Christian, but I didn't agree with everything that I was taught, because they said that I had to go to church to seek God. And I said, you know what, I could see God with everyday life. With I could open a book and read about God for myself. I have to go to this church and fellowship with these people for me to see God. So they acting like God is not gonna look for you if you don't go to church, and I don't think that's the case.
No,
but see, the thing about it, you don't have to look for God. We just supposed to realize we are gods. The male gods, the female goddess. That's what it is.
Exactly.
This is what we was talking about when we was talking about where they got the cross from. This is the female energy, this is the male energy, and this is the balance.
Wow.
This is called the Ankh. They took it off, the female energy, and gave them the straight cross.
That's an interesting cross right there, since what the cross is supposed to symbolize, the crucifixion of Jesus. Now, since that's supposed to be the original cross, is that cross supposed to represent crucifixion? Did anybody got crucified on that cross?
But see, let me explain something to you. When people talk about the Christ, because back in the days that they claimed Jesus walked, there was no J's in the alphabet. You can go do your research. So who came up with that name, Jesus? You know, and you can get in a lot of debates with people with titles and name. I'm not attached to names and titles. I don't. When I do lectures or workshops, people, how do you want us to introduce you? I said, you know my name, Rose. Well, no reverend before your name or letters after your. I said, no, I'm fine. I can be me. I don't need to impress people with labels and titles. I can just be me. Why I got to have a title for you to believe in me? I want to listen to me.
Exactly.
Because most people with titles, they telling you the wrong stuff anyway, because they was programmed. So they telling you what they was. That's why I explained to people on Fordham Road, which was yesterday, Saturday. Knowing and believing is two different things. In my books, these books is about my experience. And this is what I tell people. This is what I know. Now, if you give me some information I'm not aware of, I'm going to listen to you. Let me do some research. I research it. It resonates with my spirit. So now I can say I believe it. But I didn't say I know it. Based on my research, what resonated with my spirit, I believe it. But I don't know it. until I have my experience and enter and understand what it was showing me. Now you know. And this is what I keep telling people. Believing and knowing is two different things. You can believe anything. So they believe how many years ago that the world was flat, and you go too far, you fall off.
Yeah.
And when somebody said it was round, oh, you crazy. That ain't true.
Until they was able to go have satellites and show you for themselves
And,
that
and
the world
they
is a
say
circle.
still people didn't want to accept it. They still say, no, that can't be true.
I think I believe that's what Christopher Columbus and the people that used to travel the world believed, that the world was flat. And I don't even know if Christopher Columbus or any of those people were the original people.
Thank you.
Yeah, because how could
To travel the world.
Yeah, we've been doing that, you know.
But this is
Like
why.
once again, they just gave him that title of he discovered America and all that, but nah, there'd been people.
But this is what it is. People get caught up, like the movie The Matrix was telling you. You're living in the Matrix. It's not even real. All of this is an illusion. And this is what people, when you start enter and overstand and tapping back into your higher self, everything they show you in X-Men in the Matrix, you got all those potential. You think they're going to activate those DNA where you can tap into that? That's why you were saying we use what, 10% of our brain?
Yeah, 10%. I don't.
But you know the key to develop is raising your frequency. And we're the end of part 2, so we're going to pick it up on the last part. We're going to get into frequency and things people can do because we need solution.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
solution.
Okay,
solution
so
to the
we're going to
problem.
end it with that. So the God in me greets the God in you.